Coming up on Fox 4 News at 6.
Police make an arrest in the death of a 16-year-old shooting victim.
Still an active looking radar this evening. That will change gradually as the week goes on.
Crews are cleaning up this fourplex after a fire and explosion rocked this Lee Summit neighborhood.
And a local couple claims the management at this apartment complex is putting their health at risk.
From the station that's working for you, you're watching Fox 4 News at 6.
First on Fox, a tragic day in a small Kansas town as a fire claims 4 lives. Welcome, everybody. I'm Phil Witt. A house fire killed a father and 3 of his children early this morning in Richmond, Kansas. John Pepitone's live now to tell us about the fire and the tragedy that fell to the family.
That's right, Phil. You know, the state fire marshal says an extension cord that was connected to an electric space heater is what started this fire. Witnesses tell me a neighbor ran across the street after seeing smoke billowing from the home. He helped get one of the children out of the home. The mother also managed to escape the flames, but 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy, ages 5, 4, and 3 months, all died inside the home. The father also did not get out alive. Now, the front door was blocked by a stack of lumber, and I'm told neighbors say that the family did not use that front door to get in and out of the home.
We realized the house was on fire, but we didn't know everybody was still in there until after it was all over with.
Now, the members of that family have not yet been identified by the sheriff's department, but the surviving mother and child are hospitalized tonight in the Kansas City area, recovering from their injuries. People in Richmond are gathering in front of the home in the next hour in a candlelight vigil. There's also a fundraiser for the family at the Pizza Hut in Garnett. I'm John Pepitone, Fox 4 News, working for you live in Richmond, Kansas.
Thank you, John. The flooding situation is more urgent in southeast Missouri, where more than 1,000 people have left their homes. The evacuations occurred in the town of Poplar Bluff, where a levee on the Black River is at its breaking point. The levee is on the southeast side of Poplar Bluff, where some flooding is already in progress. Some of the evacuees are staying in a 5,000-seat arena which overlooks the rain-swollen river.
It's scary. You don't know what you're going to come home to when it's gone, when it's done and over, and things that you can't get out and take with you, pictures you can't get back. I mean, it's just, it is disheartening.
Poplar Bluff had recorded 7 to 8 inches of rain by midday today, with more expected tomorrow. Missouri Governor Nixon has waived some state regulations to help clean up the tornado debris in the St. Louis area as quickly as possible. Friday night's tornadoes there caused plenty of damage. No one died in the storms, but St. Louis County Emergency Operations reported 1,627 homes damaged, with nearly half of them condemned. And these were really strong tornadoes, right, Mike?
Yeah, and we got more coming. Unfortunately, there's been about a dozen reported today across the Southland from Texas up into southern parts of Missouri as the numbers continue to mount on the most prolific tornado-producing month on record. Around here, we're just lucky. We just got a chilly rain coming in from the south and west. There have been a few rumbles of thunder out there. Expanding the view a little bit, we're really kind of in between those big storms down to the south and east and the upper-level lows spinning across north-central Kansas. So that's what's going to generate the showers out there tonight. Humidity's maxed out pretty close, 93%, and our current temperature 56. So this evening, temperatures probably won't change much until the winds pick up later tonight out of the southwest. Look at that batch of thunderstorms moving into Arkansas. They've got tornado warnings all the way along that line from Missouri down into eastern Texas. So we can watch that comfortably from afar, thankfully. 46 tonight. We will be a little windy tomorrow and eventually up to 67 degrees. Take a look at the long-range forecast. It looks like this pattern finally shifts. The folks down south are going to be relieved at that. We'll take a look at what we end up with coming up, Phil.
Mike, thank you. An Overland Park couple says mold in their apartment is making them sick. But despite 2 visits to the emergency room, they say management won't move them or let them out of their lease. Fox 4's Rob Lowe went to see the apartment for himself, and he's here now to reveal what he found. Rob.
A lot of black spots, Phil. Zach Haith and his girlfriend moved in with friends a few weeks ago after her second ER visit. But they took us back to the Enclave Apartments today to show us why they feel they should either be allowed to break their lease or be relocated to a different apartment.
Zach Haith wishes he could turn in his key. His roommate won't stay here anymore,
and both their girlfriends say the apartment has made them sick.
Since she went into the hospital 2 weeks ago, I said, can you relocate us to another apartment that doesn't have mold? And they've been unwilling to do that.
Instead, Zach says management paints or muds over black spots he suspects are mold.
Right here is one good example of where we're getting mold. You can see the paint chipping off here, just like the rest of our windows, from all the moisture that's coming in through the door.
He's actually put up duct tape to keep the water out, but you can see where the wood has warped along the windowsill. And it's not just the windows where the black spots appear.
We wipe it down after every shower, we squeegee it, we run the exhaust fan, and it just came right back. In fact, here's another ant.
I went into anaphylactic shock. My throat completely closed up twice. And so my doctor has told me to stay out of the apartment.
Girlfriend Rachel Gallus refuses to walk inside, and when she showed management at the Enclave Apartments a letter from her doctor, they were hardly supportive.
It's been horrible. I told them I went into anaphylactic shock, and she put her hand up in my face and told me that she didn't want to hear it.
We, too, got the hand when we went to see management.
Rob Lowe with Fox 4. I want to ask you about some mold concerns that some residents have had.
Anything that you have to say, you'll have to contact our home office. It's already gone to our attorneys.
This morning, Zach received a letter telling him management planned to come in today to make cosmetic repairs. When he told them cosmetic repairs are not a solution, and regardless, he'd want to move his belongings first.
And they called the cops on me because they said I didn't have the right to be there.
The very apartment he wants out of, if they'd only agree to terminate his lease. Now, we never heard back from Peterson Management, who owns the complex, but Zach and his girlfriend hired their own mold inspector after they say management refused to do more than visual inspections. That expert's air quality report is due Wednesday. We'll let you know what it says. Rob Lowe, Fox 4 News, working for you.
Rob, thank you. Fox 4 spoke with an expert on tenant-landlord law who offered a few tips before tenants break their leases in disputes. One, send a letter with a reasonable deadline to fix the problem. Take pictures and keep all your correspondence in case you end up in court. And always return the key. Otherwise, your landlord can legally keep charging you. A former vehicle warranty company has settled a lawsuit with the state of Missouri over the company's practices. The former owner of Dealers Warranty, LLC, will pay Missouri $125,000. Missouri Attorney General Chris Koster said the company used deceptive postcards and automated phone calls to get people to buy extended warranties for their vehicles. The money will go into a restitution fund for customers. Kansas Governor Brownback wants a new study done on the possibility of median cables along K-10 highway in Johnson and Douglas counties. A crossover crash 2 weekends ago near Eudora killed 2 people, including a 5-year-old child riding in a minivan. Eudora's mayor is petitioning for median cables. The Kansas Department of Transportation will also begin immediate work on designing other safety features like wider shoulders and rumble strips. Expect delays this week on the K92 Centennial Bridge over the Missouri River from Leavenworth. Inspectors will finish their pre-repair check of the bridge. That will require the closure of the full bridge tomorrow from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. Electronic signs will warn drivers of the closure. Intermittent lane closures will occur from Wednesday through Friday, and repairs to the bridge begin next month. Kansas State University tomorrow will cut the ribbon on its new satellite campus in Olathe. The campus near K7 Highway and College Boulevard will focus on postgraduates studying biosciences and biotechnology. The International Food Safety and Animal Health Research Building is the first building to open, and there will be an open house from 1 in the afternoon to 7 in the evening tomorrow. The first Can Roxas Festival at Kansas Speedway announced its lineup today with rapper Eminem as the primary headliner. Muse is the other headliner. The festival takes place August 5th and 6th at the Speedway, and tickets go on sale Saturday. A horrific discovery Easter Sunday. The body of a teenager found next to a school in Kansas City, Kansas. We'll have more on the dead youth.
Well, the radar looks like a Christmas tree, the air feels like Thanksgiving, and the forecast will finally return to spring.
And go with us to the school where a simple nest is all the buzz this week. You're watching Fox 4 News at 6. Welcome back, everyone. A 16-year-old student from Shawnee Mission North High School is being remembered tonight as a good kid who friends say did not deserve to die the way he did. Fox 4's Monica Evans joins us live at the Kansas City, Kansas Police Headquarters, where investigators made an arrest in connection with the teen's death. Fill us in, Monica.
Well, Phil, it took detectives less than 24 hours to make an arrest in the death of 16-year-old Ryder Spillman. Now, police say on Saturday they were called to this school after neighbors reported hearing gunshots. When police arrived, we're told they didn't find anything out of the ordinary. But hours later, police were called back to the neighborhood after kids playing near the school found a dead body. Friends of Spillman post messages on our website saying he was too young to die and how they'll miss him. Ryan Goodall, who met Spillman at a local skate park, says the 16-year-old Shawnee Mission North student was a good kid, and he was surprised to hear about his death.
That he wasn't the type of kid to get involved with guns and fighting and things like that.
Like really sad and disappointed, because no one should deserve to die.
While prosecutors have someone in custody in relation to Spillman's death, we're told no charges have been filed. Monica Evans, Fox 4 News, working for you live in KCK.
Thanks, Monica. This weekend's explosion at a Lee Summit home was accidental, according to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. No one got hurt in the blast, even though it blew away part of the house and damaged adjacent homes. Either the hot water heater or the furnace is suspected of igniting a buildup of gasoline vapors. Firefighters suspect those gasoline vapors originated with someone siphoning gasoline. You'll see more than your fair share of royal wedding pictures this week. And if you're wondering about those numbers, see what it takes to put on a huge wedding and how many people are expected to watch.
Already a half dozen tornadoes down south today. They can't catch a break. We can't catch any rays, but that does change, thankfully. You're watching Fox 4 News at 6.